I'll be back.
Oh, hell yeah, they will be. This new addition to the Terminator franchise promises the action we know and love. Or if you've never seen a T-1000 shapeshift, here's everything you need to know before you go.
It's a direct sequel to the first two movies, but it's 30 years later, and so there's a darkness in that.
That's right, for this Terminator film, you can ignore the last three: Terminator Rise of the Machines, Terminator Salvation, and Terminator Genisys, as well as the TV show The Sarah Connor Chronicles. So let's start with the basics. This film franchise deals with time travel, apocalyptic warfare, and synthetic intelligence. In the original Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger plays a cyborg sent back in time to kill Sarah Connor to prevent the birth of her future son, John. John Connor is destined to lead the resistance in the future against all cyborgs. Kyle Reese, a human soldier, was also sent back in time.
What day is it? The date!
12th May, Thursday.
What year?
To protect Sarah, but fell in love with her on his mission. He learned of Sarah from her son, John. In their attempts to stay alive, Sarah's feelings for Kyle grow and she becomes pregnant with his child. Unfortunately, Kyle dies while trying to keep her safe. All of this is tricky because, you see, Sarah is pregnant with John, who will grow up to meet and befriend Kyle in the future.
Should I tell you about your father? If you don't send Kyle, you can never be.
And naturally, she struggles with whether or not she will tell her son about Kyle someday. The sequel, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, takes place in 1995. John Connor is a young boy living with foster parents while his mother, Sarah, is imprisoned in a mental hospital for attempting to bomb a computer factory. She's been preparing him throughout his childhood to lead the resistance. Arnold is back too. The previous cyborg that he played, known as Terminator T-800 in the first film, died.
Who sent you?
35 years from now, you reprogrammed me to be your protector here, in this time.
This is deep.
The Terminator and John break Sarah out, and she learns about Skynet, the company and network that created these cyborgs, and the destruction they've caused in the future. All the while, another more elite cyborg, the T-1000, is sent back to kill John. The evil cyborg goes back in time to prevent John from ruining their plans for Judgment Day, the day that Skynet will enact a nuclear holocaust wiping out all humans. So Sarah takes matters into her own hands and goes after its founder, Miles Bennett Dyson.
Skynet, Judgment Day, the history of things to come. It's not every day that you find out you're responsible for 3 billion deaths.
They convince him to destroy the materials that will lead to the apocalypse in the future. And unfortunately, this includes the Terminator.
I know now why you cry, but it's something I can never do.
So now that you're up to speed, let's consider a few things. It's awesome to see Linda back on the big screen.
The person she was at the end of the second was so wildly different from the one at the end of the first. And then who does she become after 30 years of living like that? And that idea was so interesting to explore.
Did she really prevent Judgment Day? What does this mean for the fate of the world? We see a grayed out and aged Model T-800, but didn't he die in the end of Terminator 2? In an interview with director Tim Miller, we're told that Arnold is a new Terminator with a new past.
We go further with the T-800 adopting human behavior.
We've also got some new faces in the film. Mackenzie Davis plays Grace, an enhanced human soldier from the future. Natalia Reyes is Danny Ramos, a character whose fate is similar to Sarah Connor. We've also got a new villain cyborg, the Rev-9, that is focused on killing Danny, played by Gabriel Luna.
His powers and capabilities, they're pretty damn spectacular.
James Cameron is also back as producer and co-writer of the film. He had no hand in guiding the story of the Terminator films after Judgment Day, so it makes sense that Dark Fate picks up where Terminator 2 left off. So now you know, and now you can go see Terminator Dark Fate in theaters November 1st.